All right, today we're going to talk about something absolutely incredible, the body's control center. I'm talking about the network that runs everything from your deepest thoughts to those lightning-fast reflexes. So, yeah, let's dive right in. Okay, so picture this. You accidentally touch a hot stove. What happens? You snatch your hand back, right? And it happens instantly, like before your brain even has a chance to go, ouch, that's hot. How on earth does our body do that? Well, you can thank your nervous system for that. It's basically the body's super-fast internal internet, a communication network that's constantly detecting what's going on, processing it, and firing off a response in, like, the blink of an eye. So let's pull back the curtain and see the blueprint.
So, what's its main job? What does this whole system actually do?
Well, here it is in a nutshell. The nervous system is your body's command center. It's always on, always sensing changes, not just outside, like the heat from that stove, but inside your body too. And then it figures out what to do about it. It's the reason we can interact with the world and, stay alive.
And here's a crazy fact for you. For all the incredible work it does, this entire system only makes up about 3% of our total body weight. Just 3%. That's insane, right? It's the smallest system we have by weight, but it is hands down the most complex. We're talking about an unbelievable amount of power and complexity packed into this tiny little fraction of our body.
Okay, so to really get a handle on this, we've got to look at it from two sides. It's kind of like looking at a car engine. You need to know the parts, but you also need to know how those parts actually make the car go. So you've got anatomy on one side. That's the what. It's all about the physical structures, the brain, the spinal cord, all the nerves. Then you've got physiology. That's the how. That's the study of how all those parts actually work together and talk to each other. And you really can't have one without the other. They're two sides of the same coin.
All right, so we've got the big picture view. Now let's grab a microscope and zoom way, way in. What is this whole thing actually made of at its core?
Everything, and I mean everything in the nervous system is built from one special material, nervous tissue. This is the stuff that lets it send those lightning-fast signals.
In this tissue, it's got two star players, two main types of cells that run the entire show.
Say hello to the neurons and the neuroglia. The neurons, they're the superstars, the messengers carrying all the important information. But every superstar needs a support crew, right? That's the neuroglia. There are actually more of them, and their whole job is to take care of the neurons. And look at that last row. This is key. Neuroglia can divide, but neurons, they can't. Once they're gone, they're gone.
So, let's talk about these neurons for a sec. They're called excitable cells, which basically means they can create and shoot off little electrical signals. Think of it like a spark zipping down a wire. And when I say fast, I mean fast. Some of these signals can travel over 250 miles an hour. Now remember how we said they don't divide? That's a huge deal. It's why damage to your nerves can be permanent. But here's the flip side, which is kind of interesting. Because they don't divide, they can't form tumors. Okay, so we have our building blocks, our star players and their support crew. Let's zoom back out and see how they all fit together in the grand design of the nervous system.
So the whole system is basically split into two major divisions.
First up is the central nervous system, the CNS. You can think of this as the main headquarters, the command center. Then you've got the peripheral nervous system, or PNS. This is the network of messengers, all the cables and wires that connect that command center to every other part of the body.
And the command center, the CNS, is actually pretty simple to remember. It's made up of just two parts, the brain and the spinal cord. That's it. This is where all the big thinking and decision-making happens.
So what about the messenger network? The PNS is basically all the other nerves. You've got 12 pairs that come right out of the brain, the cranial nerves, and another 31 pairs that branch off the spinal cord, and these guys go everywhere, connecting the central command to literally every nook and cranny of your body.
Okay, so we've talked about cells and structures and all these different parts. But why should you care? What does all this actually mean for you day to day? Well, it matters because this network is running in the background, 24/7, controlling the stuff you never think about, like your heartbeat, your breathing, all of it. It's working to keep your body in a perfect state of balance. The technical term for that is homeostasis. And your nervous system? It's the one in charge of it all.
So when you zoom all the way out, again, from a single cell to the entire network, what are we really looking at here?
It's pretty much everything that makes you, you. It's the blueprint for who you are. Every single thought you have, every memory, every action you take, even every beat of your heart,
It's all being run by this amazing, complex system.